I'm not sure how to pronounce this, but I have a 500 watt Aeiusny Lithium generator that I bought about 2 years ago to use camping. And then just this week I purchased an ARB 37 quart 12 volt refrigerator. It can be either AC or DC. We bought this Subaru Ascent and I had an idea of plugging in the refrigerator to use on trips, but actually the ARB says you should have at least 15 amps or 15 volts, and the rear plug is only 12 volts. So I took the generator and plugged it in to the 12 volt outlet on the Subaru Ascent. That keeps it at 100% while driving, and then plug the ARB into the AC outlets on the generator. We just got done taking a 3-day trip and it kept it cold the whole time. It kept the generator up to 100%, and even after 4 hours of not driving, the generator was only down to 89%. So I'm going to do a further test to see how long the ARB refrigerator will run off the lithium generator. I really like this generator. It wasn't that expensive. It was only $200 and some compared to some of the other ones that are on the market today. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the generator with the AC volts. It's at 100%. I'm going to take the plug from the back of the computer and plug it in. Power it on. And it is pretty cold at 34 degrees. I have it set at 36 degrees, and it usually fluctuates between 34 to 37. And it is now 12:26 p.m. And again, it's at 100%, and we'll let it go and see how long it takes before it needs recharged. Okay, after 1 hour, my generator is down to 97.5. And the fridge is still keeping the temperature. Now it's down to 31 degrees. It's supposed to be at 36. I don't know why it's so low, but we'll check back in another hour. After 2.5 hours, we are still at 97.5%. And the temperature is going between anywhere from 32 to 38. It's set at 36, so it's fluctuating about 6 degrees. The generator is holding steady at 97.5. Going very well so far. At 4 hours, we're down to 89.5 on the generator, and the temperature is holding steady at 36. It should be noted that after the last check, I lowered the temperature on the refrigerator 2 or 3 degrees just to see the effect it would have on the generator, because it made the compressor kick in for a longer time. And it went from 97.5 down to 93 pretty fast, probably within about 15 or 20 minutes. Then it stabilized, and now again after 4 hours we're at 89.5. At 5 hours we're at 82%. And like I said in the last short video, actually decreased the temperature on the ARB by 2 or 3 degrees just to get the compressor running to see what effect it had on it. But at 5 hours we're still at 82%. This generator, which isn't one of the most popular generators, but I've been very impressed with it since I've had it. After I complete this test, I hope it doesn't take too long, but I recently purchased the Blue Eddy 2400 generator, which is about the same as having 2 lithium 100 watt batteries. And when I test that, should be able to go for days. But so far, again, I'm very impressed with this little lithium generator. It has done wonders. I used it in an RV for a year or two at night. It powered my laptop, it powered the phones, it powered the lights. As long as I kept it under 500 watts, it ran very well without any problems. So we'll get back again in another hour or two and see how it goes. At 8 hours, we're at 57%, and the ARB Refrigerator is at 31 degrees, and again it's been fluctuating, holding pretty steady at 36, but it goes down and then the compressor kicks on and comes back up. It should be noted that this is of course being done in the house, and I have the air conditioning set at 75 degrees. If you're out in a warm car, I'm sure it'd probably be kicking on a little bit more, but then again if the temperature was cooler it probably wouldn't be kicking on as much. So this will just give us a rough estimate of how long it'll go. I'm going to let it go another hour or two before I retire for the night, but I'm pretty confident that if I went to bed at night and left this on, it's good for at least 8 hours and more, 57%. The refrigerator and your food would be good for the evening. I'll be back later. At 9 hours, we're still at 55%. When I checked an hour ago, the compressor was running and it had gotten down in the 50s, but since then the compressor shut off and the refrigerator is maintaining at 36 degrees, which is what it's actually set for, and hasn't fluctuated. So I'm amazed that at 9 hours this little generator is still 55%. I just wish I knew how to pronounce the name. Aeiusny. I've looked at several YouTube videos and everybody seems to have the same problem I have with pronouncing the name. It's now time for me to go to bed for the night, so I'm going to shut it down and may start it up again tomorrow morning and see how much further it goes. But as of now, I'm very pleased and very amazed that this generator's gone 9 hours. Okay, after 11 hours, the generator is still at 44%, and the ARB refrigerator is still holding it steady at 36 degrees. I started it again this morning and it's already gone 2 hours after the 9 hours. So again, after 11 hours, we're still at 44%. At 12 hours, we're at 39%. And again, I guess I'm just amazed. We're down to 31 degrees. It's still fluctuating. It holds pretty steady at 36, but I don't know why it goes down to 31 and sometimes up to 38. After 14 hours, we're still at 33%. And the ARB fridge is at 31 degrees. I don't know why it's staying down at 31 when I have it set at 36. It does still fluctuate. But I'm amazed by this little 500 watt lithium generator. Has gone 14 hours and is still at 33%. I'm going to stop it there. I don't want to take it too low, but I would feel secure plugging this in at a campsite or somewhere, trusting it to keep the refrigerator running and keep your contents cold overnight. Thank you for watching.